So, welcome to another Divine Manifestation reading. This is actually a live reading with, well, not live, but an actual reading with a person and not just the universal energy or the collective energy or twin flame energy. This is going to be a soulmate reading. Creator, please offer confirmation and clarification for this divine manifestation reading of soulmate energy. Pentacles, 5. You had that? That was in that other reading. 5 of Pentacles. Regret, disappointment. But that you were just, that's your energy right now. But we were just talking about that. Mm-hmm. You understand? So it came out. Regret and disappointment. Clarify. Oh. Queen of Swords, you just said the Queen of Swords. But she was in reverse. But that was regretting the Queen of Swords energy. You can't write this shit. Look, that 5, regret, disappointment. That was in another card, but remember, it looked like it was, the man. He was like, yes, he kicked 1 over, he kicked 3 over. Mm-hmm. He was disappointed. Look, this rose is sick. Disappointed. And it was that Queen of Swords energy, that motherly, intuitive, nurturing energy. It disappointed you, being like you felt like it turned your back on you. Wow, this shit's easy. Like, I'm sorry. Guys, you weren't privy to the conversation, but the cards just so literally pulled out that whole conversation that was just had. Energy. I like my little crystals. My quartz is, it's great. So, clarify this disappointment of the Queen of Swords energy. Okay. Yeah. Look. This is Queen of Swords energy is disappointed because of the imbalance. Okay, so the cups are full of love, but what's being done behind your back with the love, and this is all talking about this energy you were just talking about, because like you were loving your sister, you were taking your nurturer's place in the life of the sister, and behind your back, on the flip, this person that was supposed to be sharing your cups disappointed you in many ways. Mm-hmm. And you thought you were trying to offer her balance for this person who you replaced and became, but instead it was not. That's your energy right now, but this is your soulmate's energy. Wow. So another 2. So there is a duality here. There's a connection. But this 2 of Pentacles, this butterfly is so balanced. Now, the thing with butterflies is they hibernate and they go into this weird energy sometimes. Like, I just heard freeze, because you can freeze them. and then they'll fall, and then they'll fly. So that's
So would shutting down be the same thing?
yeah, freeze. Just like when shit is frozen, you gotta wait for that shit to thaw. You can't get to the meat. You can't even cook it.
Yeah, because I'm stubborn as fuck when I shut down. It's like,
but no, okay, so this is your energy. This is your soulmate energy. Your partner's energy. Now, here's the thing. I'm saying this is your energy because this is resonating and everything we were just talking about. But the cards are a respective person. So one energy, whichever energy resonates with you would be you. Another energy would be your partner's energy. But I was recognizing this is your energy because it so explains everything that was just being talked about that ended that reading from down to the Queen of Swords. This is your abundance, knowing you're protected and that you can be free of all this negative energy that was happening because of, whatever. Like your soulmate, your partner's energy. They're two as well. You're a two. Both of you are twos. You represent. I'm sorry. No, this was you started as the sadness, right? But the two came in this matching energy. But this, your partner, is. I just equating it with the butterfly, but the two words were metamorphosis and free. So, and I feel like it's periods of all this like phenomenal change, this metamorphosis, growth, and then there's this freeze. But even in the freeze, it's growth, and it's an infinite life cycle. With these two pinnacles balancing it, so it's found their balance in life, and isn't really, I think has gotten, especially them to come out, used to the cycles, because a butterfly represents cycles, life cycle, so that their energy has definitely been here before. And comes around quite frequently, actually. This is another laugh. It's a rainbow, so it might be a she, and she might be a little gay. Laugh, that's funny. That wasn't funny. I mean, was that just coincidence? Is that just coincidence or am I tripping? But anyway, I'm sorry. Okay, yep, okay, so, okay, so, the soulmate energy, we're just with my mouth, let's see and talk about it.
The devil.
That's not, devil isn't, it's not, okay. First of all, it's a hell of a lot of earth energy.
Stop looking like that.
It's a lot of earth energy. So, and pentacles. All pentacles. Wow. It's all connected, or this this person is organized confusion, but it's thematic and is in control of all this worldly shit, right? But also it's because of their understanding of the tradition. I'm hearing natural law. That's what this light. That's why when I saw this butterfly, I saw like this, that infinite. That's this. The butterfly represents a life cycle and infinite life cycles, and the Hierophant being the voice of tradition. I'm only using tradition to connect to infinite, as because tradition is like history, not necessarily. That's why all of this, not necessarily tradition in aspects of following the real tradition, but tradition as far as just a system of belief. This individual is abundant and good at bringing things of the physical world into fruition. Again, because of this long ass cycle, like they've been here. This is their strength, but 5 and 2, 7 and 7, that's strength and strength. That's kind of dope. 10 of Pentacles. That means if you want it, you can have it. That's the, like, always in something, not like in a bad way, but like you don't even know what you're gonna get. The animals are down there shooting the shit with some people. What's going on? Are they selling the animals? Are they selling the property? Because it's money. I see money all around me. Like that kind of shit. It's like it's there. Like, and it's not just money. It's anything. Which one? And not like in like. I'm like not spoiled or superficial, but in like I said, verse. Did I say something about natural law within the divine law within with this? Yeah, because that's what I got again. That's that tradition. The tradition is not the standard of tradition. I'm getting, maybe it's coming to me as tradition because I have a different tradition. Maybe that's why I keep saying tradition. But it's the understanding of divine law, natural law, the circle of life that is the metamorphosis. The butterfly is ever changing. So, the ability to understand, they have the ability to understand that this means everything, but it means nothing because all this is temporary. Though I understand that in your mind, this is the end all to be all. They value that and understand that, but they also have a higher knowledge, tradition, or understanding, or belief. But they're strengthening and acquire strength. And again, there's the connection with the being infinite. The infinity sign above her head, petting the lion's mane. Again, and a lion is, when we speak of the circle of life, lions are at the top of the food chain in the circle of life. And they know how to allow. This strength is a part of them both ways. They're represented in both entities. The ability to nurture and calm the savage beast, that is that infinite learning that learn off recycled energies that's realized it's been recycled. And the energy to be this is to be timid yet still rule, because there's an understanding between those two that both of them are saying he know who in charge, she know who in charge. They both do.
Right.
It's like that too. It's a balance. So yeah, and the devil, this devil energy, this is this person's energy to understand completely the desires of the flesh and willingly subject themselves to it, but understand the balance of, like, his hands are like, I don't want no trouble. Like, I'm just having fun.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Just the devil doing devil shit. Don't fuck with me, I won't fuck with you.
Look, and see, don't sleep. I'm up with my fucking perch with my fucking third eye wide open, and looking down, intrigued. I like it. That's fun. Mm-hmm. But see, here's the thing about the devil, right? The devil has a lot of fire, but was given the earth to rule, right? And lore or story, because we all know the devil was given the earth to rule, because just as God is within the duality, the balance, so is the devil. But these are all just for, I won't say characters in the story because people might get offended. But these are, what do they use on computers?
Logos, archetypes.
No, like when you play the Wii and the thing is playing for you, the thing on the icon.
Artificial intelligence.
What's that?
Avatar.
Avatar. Right. So they're just avatars for the duality within us. So your soulmate's energy understands all of this, whereas they go through their shit where, like, it's like, it looks like and that might be the moments when they freeze, no movement. But understand, they're all this always will be in check and balance between strength and traditions. That is balance. And here, let's see. So this would be, so that's your energy. This is, this is the energy that is connecting you to. If this is improved, I'm just going to move so we can see, even though the 5 was your initial card, you still got 4 connection, 2s, 2 of cups, love, 2 of pentacles, the world, and all of its worries, so to speak. 2 of swords, spirituality, beliefs, knowledge, So that's you have a common link with how you think and how you feel about life. It matches. Clarify the two. Balance. Justice. The bitch is holding the scale. Justice is balance. It's balance. You bring balance. I would say justice is that in the other reading when it's judgment. Judgment and justice are very, very similar. They're both on the need for they both are needing for an answer, a question or something to be fulfilled or shown to you. Judgment offers you the finale so you can get closure. Justice helps bring in fairness so it can be understood, because justice is going to lead us to this. Forgiveness. Because once you feel that you've been dealt with in a just manner or cause, it's easy to let go. So this balance, this justice that you guys have in common and think alike, so maybe it's like you guys have some karmic. I'm sorry, I will take that. I put it to the side, but geez. Could be some sort of karmic tie. But look, yes, justice. More pentacles. See balance. And his balance is not just balance on both sides. His footing is right. He's rooted. He's grounded. His heart and his crown are aligned. Those fours are something fucking dynamic. I be telling people, fours are it's just, I'm ready. What you got? Next. That's why five, when you get to five, it can be a little weird because you've done all this stuff and then you have to go back over the shit and find out the root or the tradition or the thing that you can hold on to keep moving forward and being happy. But yes, all this balance brings in satisfaction. This is like energy, so the common energy between the two soulmates is that you guys bring balance to one another and fill each other's cups and are satisfied with that. It's good energy. You're matching wits, you're matching in beliefs. It's a fair exchange, no robbery. Heart and mind aligned, rooted, grounded, being fulfilled emotionally. So when you get that, you can look at what you need to forgive so that you can have your overall blessing. Because this is great energy. This confirmed that your overall abundance card about putting it into that Queen of Swords energy, or acknowledging that you did your part to the disappointment of the results. It's okay. It's okay.
That fight energy. Like even that Queen of Swords, like ready to fight. Calm down.
So.
I love you. I'm ready to fight.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The energy that you need to forgive. Ten of Cups in reverse. Ten of Cups. Everybody's so fucking happy. It's an arch of glowing chalices with the number of completion, meaning they've come together and gotten. And look, the kids aren't fighting; they're dancing. They're like, look at all we got. Love, isn't it a beautiful thing? But this shit's upside down. You have to forgive unrequited love. You have to forgive that shit. It's like it's old. Listen, if you ain't have motherfuckers that fucked you over, you wouldn't something. How would you even know when you had something really, really good?
That's like how I feel now.
But that's the blessing and the shit we go through.
The blessing and the lesson.
And
I used to be like, damn, like it took me to be what? Well, I was 35 so 35. You get what I'm saying?
Who says age?
I have to go through all the
do you know how old you really are, man?
I'm just saying, like, damn, like,
That's the harsh truth and the harsh reality. Yes, it did take all of that.
all them fucking
Lessons. Lessons on top of lessons.
lessons in my babies. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like,
Lessons on top of lessons.
Alright, so you have to forgive unrequited love, broken unrequited love, failed love. You have to forgive yourself, and this is, you gotta forgive yourself. You have this hangman he's hanging up, turned inside out, upside down, but peaceful. He's a little like, his hands are tied, but are they? Because his crown is like glowing, illuminated. All the blood rushing to his head, yeah, but he's dealing with some shit. He's recognizing some shit. So you have to look at yourself and forgive yourself. And then the Knight of Pentacles. This is just forging out on this journey towards creating your wealth or kingdom here on earth in your life. So false promises, false starts, you have to forgive people that presented you with false promises of like the world and left you with nothing. And whoever yourself is the major, and the people that promise false things and kicked your cups over or were dishonest or deceived you, and what they were presenting, they didn't really come with this. But you can see that now, that's why you're going. So, and your cups are smooth, but they're still beaming because there's an understanding, like, all of this was for the betterment of you. You had to go through these things. Fuck him. Let him go promise. He helped you. Be glad you're not with them. They saved you from, you went through it, but at least you didn't go through it for the rest of your life. It could be worse. You're 30, okay. What about motherfuckers that are 70 still getting fucked up every night because the spaghetti was cold? Like, are you kidding me? So be lucky. Be happy. See, reflect on that. You have no control over other people, but you have absolute control over yourself. Wow. And And then letting go of this energy. I can't write this shit. Makes you the sun. You did, but this is what you already said. This is what you already said. This was your last reading. But you had to let go all that shit. All this, that's why I had to put hurt in. All that hurt. Because this was there too, the 9 of Cups. I mean, no, the 9 of Cups was, the 10 of Cups was, you got it. But it was fake. But you contemplating falling for that fake shit, or that was the conversation. Mm-hmm. So, it's when I said, fuck this shit. The same energy, I was like, this, and this is proof. This is the energy you need to forgive. Unrequited fake love coming from someone presenting false truths or false promises. When you got all turned upside down and bent out of shape, you learned some shit and you illuminated it. It grew you up so you could grow up, and it helped you have some understanding. It brought you, where's justice? Because you had justice somewhere. Justice. This is, and you know, it did. Like, getting some understanding just by yourself. Like you said, you like to be by yourself. So make sure you use that time to bring into balance and alignment all of the things that be giving you a little tick sometimes, or that you might still be angry about, because if you let go of that shit, you're going to be phenomenal. It's all there. It's all there. This one, your soulmate has a good control of their crazy almost. You know? So the overall universal energy is, this shit is just right into, when I said the divine, feminine, divine, all this energy, it all fit. Well, her shit just stayed in sync. Stayed in sync. So the universe is trying to tell you, man, with the Wheel of Fortune again, we're just ending all of those cycles with someone where they go to die. Look, this big ball of everything is floating out there in the universe. You can grab it all, or you can take what you want and just be happy. Like, but death comes with that. We know that. That's the circle of life. But it's ending that nonsense. I'll clarify it even when we do need to. Oh, we had some clarifiers. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune with the Magician. Look, you see, and the Magician is, he's holding every facet. The Wheel of Fortune, they go everything, right? And the Magician is also syncs you with this might be your partner's energy, because there's that that's your partner's energy. The infinite, and they got a wand, a pinnacle, a cup, and a sword. Magicians, well, everything, but they balance. Mm-hmm. Isn't afraid to submit or be the aggressor or give in to the flesh, but always has respect for tradition and respect for home and realm that they're in. So universe is saying, the Wheel of Fortune. We're going to end these cycles. You're going to have Eight of the Magician. These words this way. Eight of the Magician. This Page of Cups. You don't need to focus on any of these energies.
That was on the left one too.
Rush it in. Because look, the Page of Cups, that was the Daughter of Cups. And it was in fucking reverse.
Both the page and the
That was her first card. Yeah.
The daughter was in the not helpful energy. Oh yeah, the daughter of Cups.
So this Page of Cups, so and the Page of Cups was with wasn't it with the Wheel of Fortune, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, but there was in a different position.
Yeah. So the Wheel of, so you got the Wheel of Fortune and the Page of Cups is that's their young girl energy looking for a full cup. But you got a fish and you gonna drink the fish too. Get your shit. Right? Like, you don't even know what you're doing. But in reverse, I watched that shit. It said it before, watch that shit. Confirmation's a motherfucker. So, that Wheel of Fortune that ends in the cycles, watch that shit. So the universe confirmed it twice. Manifest. Get it. Manifest. Quickly, please. Swiftly. These eight wands. Manifest quickly. Chariot universe. Manifest quickly. You don't need. I don't think. Okay. You want your balance, but you don't need someone else to come and save you. Remember, I told you, this is yours. You have to save yourself. Stop feeling at a loss. Stop fucking yourself over with those thoughts of despair. You said you could be the sun. You could be the sun. The Four of Swords. So this dude, just like the Four of Cups, remember, he had three beautiful, completed Four Cups in front of him. He prayed for. Is the fourth one ever going to come? This one is praying. More. I heard give thanks. I just heard give thanks. So it's all in perspective. Because he's laying on a casket. He's alive because he's on top of the casket. Three of the Swords, you're chilling. Yes, you just left the... See, I guess it's your anxiety to kick in, like, being okay with change. The unknown can't freak you out. So he's praying, like, I think you got this one, you okay? You in a church, chill. Like, you good. You good. But you can have it under your pillow if you need for protection. But you don't really need it. And it's okay to ask God for guidance. That's why I said this quarter was a little different. It's not like unappreciation. It's more of appreciation of life. But that can come off sometimes as fearful or doubtful. Instead of praying out of worry, pray out of intent. That means you won't find yourself just after coming out of the battle, having a celebration that you completed at 3, but you're out the battle and you're just like, well, it's kind of, I don't know if this sounds stupid, but saying thank you after the fact is kind of a redundant action because it's been done. Of course you won't have to say thank you. What about the one that says thank you in advance? Saying thank you before it occurs, because then you're showing complete alignment with the force that you're creating. There's no separation. That's sure to drive imbalance. So you'll start praying or meditating less out of the necessity to change and more out of the ability to manifest. And there's a difference. Change means you're being reactionary to a catalyst, and manifesting means you're creating. So you want to be in that energy of creating instead of having. Now change is still creating, but you're having to redo someone else's work. So you have to work through their wording, their spells, their technique, their layers, scrape off the wallpaper, repaint, put primer on, whatever to get to the base. So just start setting your intent. And people, a lot of these duality energies, the sun and the moon are all present. That's showing balance. And even though this is an eclipse in this connecting energy between you, it's an eclipse, but eclipses happen both ways. So even that is shared energy and it's duality. The sun and the moon have a perfect way of existing, and even though you can't see the moon during the day, you just can't see it over there. It's never gone. So this is proof that everything is just an illusion and there's never any isolation. Everything has its perfect balance. And if you find it here in this realm, it's phenomenal. But most people who get that have gone through some shit. So just be glad that you've gone through some shit, because it's gotten you to be able to coexist, even for the smallest frame of time, with the entity that you were designed for. Can you look that box right there? I'm gonna give you a these are cards to offer you a kind of overall consensus. Law of attraction 2 came out, so you get to amazing. The overall consensus and message, we spoke in this: gratitude, giving thanks, gratitude. I read what it says. All these pages, and I said, give thanks to these. The other reader, thank you, because I wouldn't know ambition, whether their ambition presenting all these pages, presenting the false. I might be jumbling. Right. They're all ambitious. Well, the pages and the nights ambitious because they're forging forward in the work. So let's see. Gratitude. I am grateful for and appreciate all the abundance I have in my life today. Ambition. I am ambitious and do not procrastinate or waste time being fucking negative. Affirmation. So, and that, ladies and gentlemen, took 45 minutes. But that was a soulmate reading.
In depth detail, good soulmate reading. Get you one today. Brought to you by Unanchu, Lady Jade, representing Broad Street, North Philly, up the way. Hey, get you one a day. Instagram, Facebook, all day. Get the 2-for-1 special.
Yes, that's absolutely coming up for the new week, for the week of the full moon. 2-for-1 specials, 2 personal readings, you and a friend, for $50. So that's $25 a pop, or you can get your friend a reading and you a reading, however you want to do it. But for the full moon, so the whole week, for this whole coming week, from Sunday is the 17th.
Okay.
Through Saturday's day readings after 5 p.m.
Okay.
Thank you. Remember, you are pure love and light, temporarily occupying physical vessels. You have no limitations. Peace and blessings, love and light. Thank you.